Hi guys, morning. What a beautiful day it is. Remember, it's all up here. From living at the mission to living his mission. This is one man's story about drugs and alcohol. In 2010 in July, Logan Daughtry was sitting outside a homeless shelter, awaiting this intake into the long-term no-frills recovery program. He had recently hit rock bottom due to alcohol and drugs. His parents and siblings wouldn't take him in, and he couldn't control his drinking or his temper long enough for anyone to do anything more than show him the door. He was emotionally spent, physically tired, and seriously stressed. As the months went by at the rescue mission, his head slowly began to clear. And with the help of the 12-step program, plus kind but strict people, he began to believe he might recover from this devastating chapter in his life. Eventually, his family invited him over occasionally and actually enjoyed having him around for a change. At Christmas that year, his sister Alice gave him a copy of the Success Principles. He thought the gift was sort of corny, but he thanked her nonetheless and added it to his stack of books to read, as usual. How many books have you been given, or how many things you've been asked to listen to that you just ignore? Maybe some of them are the right time to do it now. So Logan writes, this is what he actually says: I respect my sister. I knew the book wouldn't be garbage, but honestly, I was far from being sold on this. I thought, you can tell how rich this guy is. How can he actually know what I'm going through? I mean, that's the reality. All these people that stand up on stage and say things, myself included, how could I understand what you're going through? I've been through some of it, and I've come out the other end, hopefully. To my surprise, Jack seemed like a great guy. He wasn't born rich, and he satisfied my cynical side by explaining in the painstaking detail the process by which normal people could actually change their lives. So he read the book every day and even did the exercises that we spoke about previously. Then on the 26th of March 2011, he had the aha moment. The penny dropped. One that will stay with him forever. As he read the chapter, Decide What You Want, he realised that in the past, he would think up ways to make money, but rarely focus on how to get there and enjoy and do the process and what he really had to do to get it. A lot of people do that, myself included. I've thought up loads and loads of ideas in the past, and when they've come to fruition with someone else, I've thought, I thought of that. Is that a familiar story? Well, for a change, why not go out and do it? With great excitement, I began to create the list: exercise, kung fu, ride my bike, teach self-defense. Does this sound like a midlife crisis to some people? But that's not what it is. This is a good thing. It's going in the right direction. When I jotted down 10 encourage people, things suddenly clicked into place. I instantly knew what I wanted to do: create and teach self-defense classes. A system that would encourage and empower people through this process. I even realized that I was uniquely positioned and suited to help others in this specific way. For years, I'd been a serious martial artist. And some time ago, I'd started developing self-defense programs for women. By the descent into my alcoholism, the discipline and the honour that was so vital to my martial arts had drained away with all respect, and that had gone with it. In doing so, Jack's 20 things I love to do exercise, I discovered that my martial arts experience, combined with my newfound energy and focus, made it possible for me to stand up in front of a group of women and speak to them with authority and understanding in the process. I had witnessed what had happened to women in the streets and shelters. I had seen so many preyed on by the weak because they're weak. Without the experience, I'd just been an academic, someone who'd studied the martial arts, but I'd never applied them in real life in situations under duress and with trauma. I'd realised that my unique skills and experience and wants could align in single activity where I could actually make a living, it was like being struck by a thunderbolt. So 6 months later, after affirming what he truly wanted, Logan left the rescue mission with a completely different perspective. No longer does he feel like a victim. Instead, he constantly looks for how the world will do good. He treats others with compassion, tolerance, and patience. Armed with nothing but bicycles, clothes, and a newfound knowledge of what he could change his environment. Logan started a small but successful yard cleaning business, and within a month became the mission's senior self-defense instructor, teaching volunteers and staff how to deal with disruptive and potentially dangerous behaviour in the facility. At the same time, he's fully developing and teaching his self-defense program full-time. As Logan puts it, I owe so much of my success to the success principles. Now I know who I am and where I'm going, and that can never be taken away from me.